In this video, we're going to discuss how to merge vendors and all their history from one vendor to another, so you never have to use the "do not use this vendor" description. So the first thing we're going to do is select from the main bar here, Vendors. We're going to look and we see two vendors here. We see Admiral Craft, which is a auto quote imported vendor with the GUID and all the information we need for future projects. The next one is a vendor that I already had in the system prior to the import of the auto quote vendor. So I'm going to select Admiral Craft USA, and it does have, if we look, it does have vendor inventory with that product or that vendor. So what we're going to do is we're going to say delete this vendor. A window will come up and says your options are to merge this with the correct vendor, delete this vendor completely, or cancel and go back out. So I'm going to select merge. It now says, well, what company do you want to merge this into? So I'm going to look for the Admiral Craft. And here's the Admiral Craft that came in on an auto quote import with the proper GUID, so future imports won't try to create a new vendor. So I've selected the Admiral Craft. So now it says we're going to take the Admiral Craft USA and we're going to merge it into the new Admiral Craft that came from auto quotes. It brought over these two Admiral Craft USA parts along with any purchases, if we had a current purchase order, any payables, any history, anything and everything to do with the old Admiral Craft has been brought over to the new Admiral Craft. So now you can see that that old Admiral Craft is no longer there. The new Admiral Craft is there instead. And so if we look at the vendor history or inventory, we see we have three items. One that came in initially on the auto quote project import, and two that were in the old that we just merged. It's a wonderful feature.